Right, what we got here? Requires key. Better save. Sorry, that face. Fucking hell.
You know,
Oh,
when I first climbed this mountain above the fog, I thought to myself, now here is a metaphor worth taking in. You've entered a place of clarity, understanding, peace. While you're here in Acadia, Synthkind welcomes you as long as you welcome us.
Well, in that case, I want a Nuka-Cola, some stim packs, Kasumi Nakano returned to her family, and a pony.
I see. I'm afraid some of those things I'm not in a position to give. Kasumi is here. She's safe and unharmed, and you're free to see her if you'd like. Before you do, though, tell me, do you think Kasumi is a synth?
We're not answering any more questions until you play straight with us. Just who the hell are you, really? There's only one synth with that kind of face and a mind of his own. And I only see him when I look in a mirror.
Nick? It can't be you.
Don't give me that. What are you trying to pull? I've never seen you before in my life.
Please, if you're willing to give me a chance, I can explain.
Is this a joke? Do you really know Nick?
Let me tell you what I know, and you can judge
Okay.
yourself. We were prototypes, Nick. The first synths capable of independent thinking and judgment.
Keep talking.
One of the Institute's experiments had to do with how our brains could process personality. If we could handle individualized feelings and behaviors, I was allowed to develop mine based on experience. But with you, they wanted to try transferring an entire personality
Nick Valentine.
into you. It took several attempts before the personality imprint worked. I saw you wake up not knowing who or what you were so many times. I couldn't let them do it to you anymore. We were the only two prototypes they made. I literally saw myself in you. You were my brother, Nick. I helped you escape the Institute. We left together.
If I were your brother, I'd remember.
That's where you'd be wrong. This happened over a century ago. There's only so much memory that can fit into the prototype brains we have.
Ah, I've heard enough. I think you and I need to talk about this. Maybe not now, though.
Right, I'm just going to check. We are still rolling, yeah. Sorry, I just need to check. If we get over about 5 minutes, which we have, I'm safe to conclude that it's not going to bug out again and stop recording. So, sorry about that. Alright, let's continue.
Is it really possible that you wouldn't remember any of this?
You mean between the Institute failsafes, the beatings I've taken over the years, and plain old age? Or are you buying this whole "there's only so much room" of their argument? I don't know. It's not like we've got the instruction manual.
Nick, is he really your brother?
If he is, it's news to me. Can synths even be related? Just because we're from the same assembly line, does that make us family? I gotta think about this.
We need to get back to why we're here. Kasumi Nakano.
Nick, I don't need you to believe me. I'm just glad to see you again. Whenever you're ready, I'll be here. Now, about young Kasumi. It's important that you understand exactly why she's here. I asked you before if you think she's really a synth. If you could indulge me with an answer.
Why are you asking?
Because she came here with that very question. And the answer changes every part of her world. None of us take this transition lightly. She's facing the possibility of her entire life being a lie, that someone stripped her very identity from her and made her into something she isn't. I want you to understand that before you see her. She has a chance here to live as a synth, not hiding, not pretending to be something else. One more question, if you'll indulge me.
Okay.
You're here for Kasumi, but I suspect there could be another reason you came to us. Tell me, are you a synth?
Interesting.
How would I even know?
I'm afraid if you're looking for some biological test we can do, there isn't any. None that aren't fatal. Instead, you have to look for the signs, holes in someone's memory, feelings of unexplained isolation, odd dreams. But ultimately, you have to decide for yourself. What do you believe? Have you ever questioned your humanity?
Interesting giving me this choice.
I'm a human being, not a synth.
Are you sure? I don't mean to question you, but what's the first memory you have?
So there is a theory that he is a synth, or she is a synth, depending on what you choose, and that the Institute replaced you in the cryopod at the start. Interesting. Yeah.
I remember being in my house the day the bombs fell. We ran to the vault. We were frozen. I was the only survivor.
No memories before then? Just a single day, and then waking up alone? We so easily accept what's presented to us as the truth, don't we? Isn't it funny how a memory can feel like a whole different reality? People, places, even sounds and colors can change. Or someone else has changed them. I won't lie to you. There will always be other explanations. Trauma, disease, the background radiation. They all take their toll on the mind. But I can promise you that we will accept you, no matter what you decide you are.
Thank you.
Interesting.
Giving me
Gives me the
I'm
option, but it's not definitive.
Acadia is open to you.
Like, it's kind of
Feel
very
free
ambiguous,
to
lets you decide, which is quite cool.
introduce
Either
yourself
way.
to my co-founders, Faraday.
It's a bit like Blade
and
Runner
Jake,
with
and I'm sure
Deckard,
you'll
whether he's a
like
replicant or not. It's kind of left open.
She's usually working down below. Is there anything else you need from me?
I'm just gonna tell you right now, DiMA. I'm in the Institute.
That's quite an admission to make. I'm used to the Institute striking from the shadows. I'll say this to you. I'm not your enemy. I only wish to live here, in peace, with my people. As a scientist, can you not see the value of independent synth life? You have a chance here to witness how wondrous that could be. All you have to do is do nothing. Don't tell your fellow researchers about us. Don't tell them we're here.
I think you do have the option to tell them. I can't remember what happens, because I've never done it, but I think I read somewhere that you can literally just tell the Institute and they'll just turn up with courses and that and just fuck them up.
I'll think about your offer.
It's all I can ask. Give Acadia a chance. Perhaps one day, all of humanity will come to accept us, including the Institute. Now, was there anything else?
Tell me more about this place, Acadia.
All I want is to bring as many synths here as I can, and give them a chance to know what they really are. To embrace it. Beyond that, we just want to live in peace. I don't have any grand plans for expansion. Just existing as we are now is enough. Was there anything else?
So everyone here in Acadia is a synth?
Yes. Either they were escapees we managed to find before the Institute could, or they were victims of a mind wipe, and we revealed the truth to them.
Who are you? What's your story?
I came to this island over a century ago, hiding from my creators, the Institute. But after my escape felt secured, I was left with nothing. No programmed task. No false memories. I spent a year just sitting in a cave. Just sitting. One day, it finally occurred that maybe I could decide for myself what to do, who I was. I've been doing that ever since. Was there anything else?
I should get going.
Of course.
Perhaps we're in there a long time. Are you
Okay.
feeling all right?
I'm fine.
Just going to quick save before we carry on.
Don't worry too much.
Right.
Sometimes I feel like you don't worry enough. You know we blew 3 more relays this week. I'm coming in. You stay right there.
Right. Another quest. Help chase a Faraday.
Hey,
Go on. You got time to talk now?
I was having a hard enough time keeping up with
What's wrong?
repairs before
Wrong?
this
Oh no,
nonsense.
nothing's wrong. We've just been traveling for a while now, and I figured, especially after all that stuff with DiMA, that you deserve to know more about me. So, is there anything you want to know?
what do you remember about the Institute?
It's all pretty hazy from back then, but now and then I get glimpses. Life inside the Institute, they keep you isolated. A single test chamber was my whole world for years, and someone was always watching. Then one day you wake up on the other side, and that's it. They've cut you loose. Welcome to the brave new world, with such people in it.
What's with the outfit?
After I started the agency, it just seemed like the sort of thing a detective ought to wear. I got some old memories, pre-war. Faded to all heck of guys dressed like this, doing what I do. Putting on the hat and trench coat, I figured it'd let folks know I was serious about the whole thing. Clothes make the man and all that. Guess I felt they made me the man I wanted to be.
So, who are you, Nick?
That's a question I've been trying to figure out myself for a long damn time. I know I'm a synth, authentic Institute handiwork, but I'm still mechanical, not bioengineered like the fancy synths giving everyone the willies these days. I get tune-ups now instead of checkups. You remember when DiMA was talking about the Institute's personality experiments? My memories, my personality. They're all lifted from some cop who volunteered for an experiment back before the war. They scanned his brain and copied it onto the hardware that runs between my ears. Don't know why they chose to make a robot based on some pre-war cop instead of a math genius or a bioengineer. But hey, maybe that's why the
Thought I'd
Institute tossed
done
me in
his
the garbage instead of turning
mission.
me into one of their people.
Maybe I didn't this playthrough. Yeah, I can't have.
Wait, the original Nick was from my time?
Sure was. Which meant when I finally ended up out here, it was quite the rude awakening. I remember waking up one day in a garbage heap, a body in tatters and a head full of memories belonging to a man who'd been dead for 200 years. Suffice to say, it was a confusing couple of weeks. Folks didn't really know much about synths back then, so when I finally ran into people, they mostly treated me with caution rather than hostility. But the kids, they weren't afraid. I think his name was Jim. The first person to actually speak to me after I got the boot from the Institute. My first human contact in this world. Grilled me for an hour. Once they'd seen I wasn't going to hurt anyone, the other folks in the neighborhood came out to ogle the mechanical man. It eventually turned into a pretty swell soiree. Local mechanic even gave me a once-over free of charge. Those people, they treated me like a human being. I've been trying to return the favor ever since. It's a surprisingly rare trait out here sometimes. It's something I've noticed you got a fondness for. Part of the reason I've stuck around this long.
Where's that town? We should go visit.
Tried to go back and say thanks once I'd gotten myself established, but the place was wiped off the map. Raiders. Don't know what happened to the people.
You can't be that naive. You really think you were anything more than a sideshow to those people?
I don't doubt that's partly true, but they still treated me better than they had any requirement to. I think it's a lesson worth considering. Well, I expect you're about as bored as can be listening to me rattle my skeletons. We should probably head out.
Okay. That's weird. I thought I'd done his loyalty mission thing. He is very weird looking. Oh, he's off. Right, so let's have a look at our quests we got to do. So we got Dawes Kasumi for the main quest, and we got a fuck ton of side stuff that's opened up. And that's back in DLC and that. Nuka World. I'm going to help Chase and Faraday. And then I'm going to talk to Kasumi. Or should we just talk to Kasumi first, actually? Let's round that off.
You track Kasumi here. I'm impressed.
Right. Let's go find her. She's below. How do I get down? Is there upstairs somewhere? Or I could just jump down this hole, probably. Wait, is it back here? Just further down the... Oh, there is. Okay. What's in here? Ah, shops and things. Esther, who that is.
You've seen a good bit of our island. What do you think?
Cog.
Hi.
Sounds like you got the all clear. So what's your story?
I came here looking for Kasumi.
Oh, isn't that sweet? That Kasumi's a good enough kid, I suppose. A little confused, maybe. But then, aren't we all? Not that anyone's asking, but I'll tell you. It all gets easier to deal with when you realize none of it matters. What you are, where you came from, let go of all that, and life gets simple.
That sounds pretty bleak to me.
It's all in how you look at it. Anyway, lately I've taken to amusing myself with trading. Don't have much to work with, but I'm always happy to make a good deal. Let me know if you need something.
Cool.
I probably won't have it, but let me know anyway.
I've got a few minutes to browse.
Let's do some business.
Right, let's sell some things to you, shall we? Let's sell... yeah, I don't need that. You can have the 38, the 10 mil. You can have those missiles. I'll keep the mini nukes and the Fat Man for now, but I don't really use them very often. No, that's it, right. Have you got anything cool worth taking? High capacity M19. That'll do. Right. Can I nick stuff? I can. No one seems to care. Lovely. Alright.